guys, this is epsytech and today I'm doing a product review about GoPro 6. There's a lot of reviews already of GoPro 6, but why did I bought this camera? I mean, as you can see, this is my GoPro 4. What happens is that if you fall your camera into the ground, you will have a possibility of smashing the lens in 1 in 100. So, I mean, it was the third time that my camera was falling into the ground without the protective case, and what happens, as you can see, my lens just went like this, just smash it really into the floor, and I mean, it's totally broken. I start thinking of changing it, but the costs of changing it, and this is not a removable lens. There will be some issues with focus, with bumpings. There will probably be some issues, so I just forget of trying to fix this, because it will be more or less $100, and since this was already a old camera, I thought, why not buy a new GoPro? So I decided to buy the GoPro 6, as you can see, and for all the reviews I've seen, GoPro 5 has some issues with the quality of the image stabilization. I mean, there was much more cheaper solutions and better than the GoPro 5. So they have launched the GoPro 6 with a new cheap model, which is much more greater. It has much more dynamic range. It has electronic stabilization for the image, which is great, and I'm gonna test it, see if it works. Let's open the box and see what we have inside. Here's the GoPro, as you can see, it's tied in here. Let's remove it. Inside of that box we have, yes, we have the the problem with the GoPro is that they give you okay, you have the manual. The problem with these action cameras is that they are really expensive, and the other thing is that they do not give you too many accessories. As you can see, you have only 2 accessories: the GoPro and the battery, which is inside, and the cable to charge the battery. One thing that I must say. Okay, so this is the USB cable that they give you. For example, if I try to recharge my camera, my old camera, with another USB cable, I couldn't. You really have to use their cable. If you want to download image or from your camera, you will have to connect your cable. You could not use another cable, which I don't think it's really great, but that's part of their policies of the brand. So who can judge them? So anyhow, what you've got in the camera, you got this case here, which is it's not to protect. You can see this is the GoPro 6 and you've got the GoPro 4. I mean, they are very similar. They have the protected for the lens, that this doesn't. And the thing that they say that you can, for example, you can go into the water 10 meters deep. You cannot go higher. If you want to go higher, you have to use the protect case to go deeper than 10 meters. One thing that I've noticed is the battery. As you can see, the battery is like this, and that's other thing that I do not understand. Why didn't they use the same logic of batteries? I mean, I have 4 thick batteries for this one that I will not use anymore, and now I will have to buy 4 thick batteries of this to use on my GoPro 6. Yeah, you are always spending money with these kind of brands, because they are always doing some changings as a consumer to buy more and more products. But anyhow, let's connect. As you can see, you just press it, you connect it, and now it's already prepared to go into the water. Okay, let's turn on. Okay, it's telling me that there's no SD card. Okay, as you can see, this is a touch panel, which is really great. One of the things that I've liked in this camera was the touch panel. As you can see, you can change the resolution really quick. As you can see, you can put it like this, or you can change it to 100 to 7p, or to full HD, or to take 2K. You change the frame rate if you want. Really simple. I'm going to put the 60. I'm going to put the 4K resolution. The fob is white. As you can see, the touch is really simple. You can just do connection preference. As you can see, it's like a mobile phone. It's really easy to interact. You've got the date format, the wake. I mean, this menu is really awesome. It's one of the things that I always like in GoPro. It's really simple, and having the screen here, it's fantastic, because one of the things that I didn't like in this camera was not having a screen on the back of it. So every time it was wrecking, I didn't know what I was wrecking. Instead, I will have to connect my mobile phone to check what was the image that I was recording. So anyhow, now we have all these problems solved. You got the information here too. If it's got it in if it's in the definitions, if the screen is locked, as you can see here's the battery information. If it's got no SD card, okay, and the time of record. Record is 4K 60 frames per second wide. So today what I'm gonna do is make some videos in my car, check if, for example, the electronic stabilization will be great, checking if this will be a great product for you if you are thinking on buying such an expensive camera. Let's try it out. Okay guys, so we are recording now on GoPro 4 and on my Lumix. This is my Lumix sound test and this is my GoPro 6 sound test. As you can see, we are recording this video at 4K 30 frames per second, and that's because only at 30 FPS we can have the image stabilization. That's why I am recording this with this kind of configuration. But remember, we can use 240 FPS and 120 FPS in full HD, and we're gonna try it. So as you can see, the image looks really nice. I'm seeing the image on my mobile phone. You have the app that you can use it. As you can see, you got here the app, and as you can see, there's the image that I'm following on my GoPro. It's really fast, and this is why, because they have a 5 GHz connection on this GoPro 6, which was one of the things that they updated, and this makes the image really smooth when you are, for example, connecting with your mobile phone. Okay guys, one of the things that you must know is that when you are using 4K video in the GoPro, your battery will drain much more faster, and that's because you are pushing too hard the camera to give you the full resolution image. So anyhow, let's get out the car, let's test it, for example, the image stabilization and the other things. Let's go. We are trying now the stabilization image to see the difference. Now we have it's off, okay? We don't have any stabilization in the image. Okay, now the image stabilization is active. Maybe you can already see the difference. I don't know, I still have to check it when I arrive home. But as you can see, I'm walking with the camera on the hand, so you must be notice some difference between one and other. Anyhow, leave me in the comments what you think about the difference with and without stabilization.
Running out of time, every day goes by so fast, and every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars.
Okay guys, so we are back from outside, and what I can say is that for sure the image stabilization is really great. As you can see, when I was walking with the stabilization on and off, we can see a lot the difference. This means that you can, for example, use it with a bicycle, you can run it, and if you are not using, for example, a gimbal, it will have excellent performance. And this is basically because of the electronic stabilization that they have implemented in this GoPro. The other thing that you saw was the slow motion category was the 120 frames per second and 240 frames per second in full HD, which is awesome. I did like more of 120 frames per second. It looks more smooth than the 240 frames per second. I don't know, just leave me in the comments what you think about the image, if you did like the quality. If you, for example, have one of these cameras, just let me know in the comments. So if you are able to expend a lot of money to have a higher quality, without doubt this is one of the best action cameras you can buy. This is my conclusion. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and as always, bye bye and see you soon! Really nice camera, really nice.